Hey there, I wanted to make this video in response to yours. I couldn't fit it into 500 words, but I'll try and make this a relatively short video. So, I've also been bullied all throughout my life, from grammar school all the way up to high school. Grammar school was because of my looks, and middle school was because I was smarter than others, people didn't like that. And high school was because I didn't like the same music and didn't share the same interests as, the rest of the school. But that's what set me apart. But, I was very, very depressed at one point because I was being bullied so much that I was actually suicidal at one point. My family and I, we don't talk about it that much, but there was a point where I was threatening to kill myself almost on a daily basis. But they helped me pull through that depression, and I thank them for it. And I don't know how else I can say thank you other than thank you, muchas gracias, and stuff like that. There's no amount of money or emotion, there's nothing I would be able to do or say that would tell them how much I appreciate them for doing that for me. But, yeah, I've been there, I've done that, and really the reason why I was picked on in high school, again, I was the outcast. I didn't like the same music that people liked, that most of the school liked. I didn't like the same things other people liked. When I was in high school, 2004 or so, people liked, Lil Wayne, Lil Jon, well, mostly Lil Jon, 'cause Lil Wayne wasn't heard of back then, but, all those people, all those rap, hip-hop, dirty South people, whatever you want to call them, the rest of my school liked. I'm a big metal / rock head. People didn't understand why I liked metal and rock music. And I actually got into a heated conversation about this with people at my school. And then I just pretty much threw my hands in the air and said, you know what? I'm going to say the most heinous thing I could possibly say in where I live. I said, I don't believe in God, but I do believe in a devil. And I just pretty much labeled myself as a social outcast. But I'm going to say this now. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in heaven or hell. But, whatever. That's a different subject for a different time. But I was bullied because I was different. But that's what makes me who I am, is because I'm different. Not everybody's going to like the same music. Not everybody's going to like the same things. Not everybody's going to, root for the same baseball, football, soccer, hockey team, whatever it may be. But you will eventually find people that like the same things you do, that will accept you for who you are, and won't try and change you unless they see there's something wrong with you, like, they see you're depressed and they want to pull you out of that state of mind, or they see you're on a crash course, if you're overusing drugs or alcohol, whatever. A lot of the people that picked on me in high school, they literally finished high school doing nothing with their lives. Me, I'm going to become an electrician soon. So my life is on a good track. Some of the people I went to high school with that picked on me, they died because they were driving and drinking under the, they were drinking and driving, but they were also underage drinking and driving. They were 18, 19 when they died, and they were just stupid and reckless. And me, being who I am, I was playing video games, being safe. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I was different. That's what's keeping me alive. If you're, there's certain things there that you shouldn't misconstrue. Like, if you're, addicted to certain things, you may want to seek help. But if you're just different because you have your hair a different way, you look different, you like different music, you like different games, you like different something, you like different food than other people. If you are a vegetarian, for instance, and people are always, picking on you because you're a vegetarian, don't try and eat meat. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. If that's not you, then don't be it. It sounds stupid and it sounds cliche, but be who you are. People will look to you and say, yeah, you're different, but once you're out of that high school, middle school, high school, that's where it's the roughest. Once you're out of those two areas, Once you get into college, trade school, whatever it may be, people will start appreciating you for who you are and not for what you have or what you like. They'll just be like, oh, this is another person, and then they'll try and see if you guys have similar interests. Some of my people in my college, they know that I like video games, and they ask me, they knew I worked at GameStop. And they've asked me several questions relating to video games, and, we're not friends, but they've asked me, we're acquaintances, and I don't see any problems with that. But I've never tried to be anything I'm not, but that's what got me picked on. So if you're getting picked on because you look different, you like different things, and whatever, don't try and change yourself for other people. And this goes for looks more importantly. If you're a female and you fit into a size 4, mind you, I have no idea how the woman, how the sizes work for women. I don't know. I don't claim to know. But if you're a size, say 4, and you're like, oh my god, I want to be size 0 like the supermodels, don't. It's going to be rough, and you don't know what they're doing to get to that point. They may be taking certain pills, they may be on a certain diet. It may end up not being healthy for them, but do they know this at that point? Probably not. But do they care? Probably not. They can look as hot as they can be, but really that's not what a lot of men want. Take it from a guy. I would rather have, I'd rather my girlfriend, fiance, whoever it may be that I'm with, have some weight on her instead of being a stick figure. I went out with a girl not that long ago, said, she looked healthy. She looked maybe, 10, 15 pounds overweight, whatever. But she was like, I need to lose 30 pounds. I said, no, you don't. Her self-esteem was so low that we just couldn't get past that point. I hate to say and hate to sound shallow, but, when you're at that point where you're like, I have to fit into the size 0 that the supermodels do, no, you don't. You honestly do not. Men will appreciate you for who you are, not, shallow men will like you for your looks. Real men will like you for your personality, for just who you are, and, if you are likable to be around. One of my best friends, his girlfriend is like 300 pounds, but she's comfortable in her skin, and we're fine with her. We don't care that she's 300 pounds. I could care less if she were 500 pounds. If she's comfortable the way she is and is fine with it, then I'm fine with it. But, don't try and be what you're not. Don't try and look like the supermodels. Again, you don't know what they're doing to look like that. And guys, too, don't try and look like a, model for Abercrombie & Fitch or an underwear model. Don't try and be like that. It's not going to work. Most of us can't do that. Sure, we can all get six-pack abs, but we can't all be the super toned, muscular guys. It's not going to work. Arnold Schwarzenegger had to take tons of pills to get to his, physical fitness, at his peak. So think about that. If you're a nerd in if you're a nerd in high school, think about this. If you're getting picked on by the jocks, think about who signs the jocks' paychecks when they're, an MLB star like Derek Jeter, or say even further back like Mickey Mantle. Who do you think signed Shaquille O'Neal's checks? Not Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, he signs the back saying he knows what's going on, stuff like that, but he's not the one he's not paying himself. There's probably a nerd all the way at the top that's paying him to be good at a sport. Just remember that. If you're getting picked on because you like different food, don't try and change that. If you're a vegetarian, don't try and not be a vegetarian because people are like, oh, that's stupid. If you feel you want to change, then change. If not, stay the course. It gets rougher before it gets better, but once you're out of that middle school, high school stage, and you can go to college or trade school, it's actually a lot easier because people will start appreciating you for you instead of what you are, what you like, what you dislike, and, what you have. That's just the way things work. again, I was suicidal at one point, so I have a feeling I know what I'm talking about here. But really, just be who you are. Don't try and fit in with the in crowd. If we were all the same, then the world would pretty much cease to exist as we know it. People will get bullied all the time, but, I wish that didn't, but it's gonna happen. So, just remember, it gets worse before it gets better, but it does eventually get better. If you have any questions whatsoever, send me a personal message over YouTube. I don't, I'm not going to display this for the whole world to, I'm not going to display your problems for the whole world to see. It'll be between me and you. If you need somebody to talk to help get you through a rough patch, I'll help you. I don't want anybody to be where I was. It's inevitably going to happen, but I'd rather it not. But yeah, if you guys want to, go ahead and send me a personal message over YouTube. I'll answer them as best as I can and try and help you through whatever rough patch it may be. It can be just you're being bullied in school, your relationship's not going so hot with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it may be. You're worried about what your parents might think if you come out of the closet, whatever it may be. I'm open to talking to you guys. Because again, I was at that point. What helps me get through it was my family, my friends, and the fact that it was going to get better, it was going to get worse before it got better, and it eventually got better. Again, a lot of the people that picked me in high school, they're either, just not doing anything with their lives, or they're dead. So, by being different, I'm staying alive, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah, I'm trying not to ramble on here. Again, if you guys want to send me a personal message over YouTube, go ahead and do so, or email me at sgamingtech@gmail.com. I'll try and put an annotation like up over here or here. I'll put an annotation somewhere that'll say my email. I check my email regularly. If I don't respond to you immediately, don't be like, oh my god, he doesn't want to talk. No, I might be busy, I might be sleeping, but yeah. I'm a nerd. I'm a gaming nerd. I flat out, admit that, but people appreciate me for who I am. They accept me for who I am, and eventually people will like you for who you are if you don't change yourself. If you obviously, if you're, depressed, then you don't want to be depressed, but, if you're, if you like different music, people will eventually appreciate you for liking different music, so don't try and like the music that other people like if you don't like it yourself. Be yourself, be who you are, don't try and change yourself for anybody else except yourself. If you're depressed, you're overweight, you're not happy where your life is headed, talk it out with other people. Talk it out with your mom, your dad, anybody in your family, your friends. See what input they have. If they can help you, maybe I can. But yeah, hope this helps you guys, and if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me. Either send me a personal message here over YouTube, or email me at sgamingtech@gmail.com. I promise you, I will not air anything between, that goes on between us to other people. I take pride in being confidential with people. There are secrets that I'm going to keep to my grave that are between me and my best friends. I'm not going to air them here because they're between me and my best friends. But yeah, again, hope this helps you guys, and if not, I'm sorry. Again, contact me, maybe I can help you some other way. Other than that, have a good night or a good day, depending on when you're seeing/hearing this, and hope you have a good day or night. See ya!